Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening.
It's not really working, but we like the tribute. Good evening, Ryan. Good evening, Scott. Good evening, fellas.
Good evening, Vin. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, guys.
I'd just like to start tonight's show by thanking. Let's just mute Rabbit. Thank you, Josh. By thanking everybody for the well wishes I've had this week. I've been a little bit poorly. Thank you very much to everyone who's sent me those very kind wishes. It's meant a lot to me.
Oh, Snickums.
Yeah, I've had some nice things, some nice people cheering me up. It's been nice. As you can all see, we do have a familiar face back with us tonight. He's just busy. He's actually working his shop, so it's great to see that he's busy. He's just shut his camera off and is doing his thing, selling some vape gear over there in the States. It is none other than a Rabbit, which is great to have him back on again. It's typical. All the time we've been sat waiting to start, he's had no customers. We go live.
He gets
busy.
He gets a customer.
We'd like to. We totally understand, and it's great that he's actually got customers. That's one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, like I said, I'd rather see a busy vape shop than a quiet vape shop. So
most definitely,
especially Rabbit, it's his shop. It's not like he works for another company; it's his shop. So, it's good to see that he's busy.
It's very good. How are we doing, fellas? We got out new between us this week? I know I've definitely not.
Nope, nothing new for me.
I got something new to me. I got my absolute limelight addiction at the minute.
Yeah.
So I went and I managed to purchase one of the Limelight S freehand squonks.
They are beautiful.
So in this got this second hand. I didn't buy it new because they are expensive new. You're looking 300 plus just for the mod. But they are all handmade in Serbia. But it's a beautiful bit of kit. Some MOSFET chip in there. 5 buttons at the top, so it's super comfy. It fires. And I got this RDA with it, which is the Claymore from Yacht Vape.
Oh, yeah.
Single coil RDA, little cheap RDA. I think they're like 22 quid you could pick them up for.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
But actually, I'm really, really impressed with it. And I like these little color kits you can get for them. So it just means you get like matchy game on point. The black and the purple.
I'd have to not match.
Yeah.
I don't do matchy, do I?
Fair enough, no. But I mean, I haven't used a proper squonker in a while, and it's sort of nice to use a squonker again. But the only thing that annoys me about squonking is filling a bloody squonk bottle.
Yeah.
I said in the chat to you guys, I was like, it's only when you go back to a squonker like this, you realise what an absolute revelation the top side was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was such a good idea. I think I need to get one of those top fill squonk things where you can put them through the RDA and
they still leak a little bit. You still got to take the RDA off and attach it to the top of it. They're a good idea, but they're not amazing.
Yeah. They need to just come up with like a lockable squonk bottle that you could just fill up and just have like a cap in the tube and then but you've always got that chance of it leaking, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't the squonk bottle that comes with it either. This is a Lacoste silk bottle. I think they're about 15 quid for the bottle, but it's a really nice squonk bottle. It's really soft. Doesn't leak. It's really tight. It's a really nice bit of kit. So really happy to pick this up for the bargain price that I did. I saw it. I asked him. I was like, "Yep, I'll have that right off you now, mate."
Phil, you've not reached Rabbit. He's just serving a customer. He will be back with us. He's not really been with us yet live. He was with us before. He's just a bit busy. He'll be back though, Phil. Definitely be back.
Definitely be back. Yes. Sorry, I've got the stream open on this screen and I've got YouTube open on this screen, and I've realised I'm not seeing all the comments because I'm not seeing the Facebook comments. So,
why did you not just log into StreamYard, Josh?
I am.
So you can see everything.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't looking at the comments on the StreamYard page. I was looking on the YouTube page.
Hey up, Cheech! Long time no see. I hope you're well. And still tormenting our friend. Good to see Cheech back. Squonking just don't do it for me. Yeah, I have to be in the mood to squonk, Ryan. I've only got my SQ topside now that I use squonk-wise, but that's purely because it's genius. Like Josh was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I've just got this crazy Limelight obsession at the minute, as you probably all know. This is my 4th Limelight mod in probably less than 4 months. And I've got plenty of these, so I just wanted one of these, and it came up, and I was like, I'm having it. So, and it's a bit weird for me to go back to squonking an RDA after using RTAs for so long, but it was nice. It's nice. I haven't really put it down since I got it.
Yeah, I just can't actually get along with squonks. I don't know why.
I think it suits me more now that I'm sort of a more lower wattage vapor. I'm not that crazy power hungry animal that I used to be. Does that make sense? And now
you're just in denial, Josh. That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
But now it's a single coil RDA on top, and it's great.
Cheech, the SQ topside squonker is genius. I cannot big it up enough. I absolutely love mine, and it's solid. It's genius. Evening, Brent. Good to see you. Kev, Haley, Murray. I hope you're well. Yeah, that Limelight freehand is very sexy. Josh.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's just, I mean, the Dijan over at Limelight, and Dijan's someone I might try and chat to hopefully maybe get on the show, but I don't know how I don't know how good his. I'm assuming his English is pretty good because he types in English all the time. But I mean, this is all his mods, but I believe it's called the freehand because the first one he just sort of carved like freehand, and then they just made the shape from there. But it's just it fits.
It looks so ergonomical.
Look, I mean, the button that it's just designed to fit like and squonk all at the same time. Squonk, fire. Yeah, I don't even have to move. It's just.
It does look really nice, to be honest. I do like the black and the purple together as well.
Yeah, the nice thing, you can customize all that as well. So you can have like any color you want as the fire button. You can have like catch cups. You can make it all different colors. They do these in all a host of different finishes, different bottles. Sky's the limit. But the more you add, the more it costs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm on a Drag X.
And for those people that don't like MOSFETs and chips, you can get these mechanical as well. There he is.
There he is.
Rabbit's back.
What's up, guys?
Nothing much. We're taking his mask.
Yeah,
so right.
It's Friday, so we're like super busy on Friday, so I'll probably have to hop on and off a little bit.
Yeah, you see, you're getting love already in the chat, Rabbit.
Hey, Sherry, how are you doing?
Lots of love.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Your man Phil Solomon was asking where you'd gone as well, Rabbit. He's in there watching.
Oh, hey, Phil. Phil's from over here near me. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Did we already talk about what we're vaping on?
Sort of talking about it now.
Yeah, we're sort of doing it now. We don't really show unless we've got something new, but I imagine you might have something you want to show us, Rabbit.
Well, I'm just on my boxer mods. I've been stuck on these for a while. Little boxers. But I do have a really good juice line I'm vaping right now. I actually got one from over here and one from the UK. If it's okay with y'all, I'll show it. Dripping Desserts from over there. From across the pond.
Yeah, good juice.
Little jammy biscuit. It's a strawberry butter jam biscuit. It's really good.
So it's going to be a jammy dodger then. Do you get jammy dodgers over there?
You know we don't. We don't get none of the good snacks over here. And then I got this 3 Scoops, which is from the US. It's a brand out of Texas over here called Satisfy, and it's a banana split, and it's amazing. I'm stuck on this one.
I do like a good banana split.
I'm seriously going to have to send y'all some of this stuff because I don't know if y'all can get it over there, but I promise you, every one of y'all would love this line.
Yeah.
It's not
I
one
don't
I've
think
seen.
actually seen them.
No, I've not seen it over here yet. I suppose if it will do, it'll be one of the big distros like Evolution or EC1 that'll get it.
Yeah, that's true.
They seem to be bringing in a lot more US-based liquids now. A lot more.
I know Sad Boy's big over there now.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Subway's,
Yeah, well,
Subway's huge over here, man. It's,
And y'all got the 120s, you lucky bastard.
yeah.
Yeah, we only get 60 mils of the bloodline here. Y'all get all the big bottles over there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
Your-
just ordered myself some.
Your friend Andy let it slip on our expo, didn't he? That they was relocating over here to the UK.
Yeah.
I know it's all been delayed because of Rona, so I don't know if it's going to still happen or not, but I presume so.
The corona ruins everything. Oh, there's the bearded Viking himself.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Brent, how you doing?
Good evening, Brian. I hope you're well, brother. I was enjoying your live feeds again. And there's Rabbit with one of your lovely stamps. That's ace. I love that.
Yeah, that is actually really cool.
Yeah, we use these in the shop for like authentic RTAs and RDAs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Really nice.
Yeah, but
awesome.
a good friend of mine, Scott Zegans, actually just passed away recently from the COVID, and it was kind of devastating for us in the U.S. because he was a really good person, but he was my connection on these. He used to get me all these. So we miss you, Scott. I know you're watching.
Nice, Rabbit.
But yeah, if you haven't gotten anything Bearded Vikings yet, you need to get on it. Their stuff is quality, man. I was blown away by the quality of that work.
Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. I will be hitting Brent up for some at some point.
Yeah, man, I need a bearded Viking stand to go with my Mod ST stand, man. So two very different things, you know. So two very different things, but I need one of those as well, definitely.
I just need stands altogether. I've got none.
Chris just as he's rolling around the floor and
No, they're in the
everywhere like
cupboard.
that.
Ain't got none. Anyway, how
I'd buy that.
we'll just do a quick catch up, Rabbit, because you know we all chat occasionally, but nothing mental. How have you been doing anyway? How's life been treating you over in the States? And you know, we won't go into personal detail, but how is everything over there? I mean, obviously it's crazy times over there, and we'll delve into that maybe a little bit more because you might know a little bit more than us. I know you're a big advocate over there, 100%. You know, you push for everything, so you know. But how's life generally treating you, brother?
I mean, as far as life, I try to stay positive on everything. The negative stuff seems to like just suck the energy out of you. So I try to stay focused on. I try to find the small little positivities in everything and focus on that. And eventually, I've always thought of positivity like a snowball, man. Like once you get it rolling, it just kind of gets bigger and bigger. So there's tons of things to be negative about and to see, you know, put a negative light on. But I've been really trying to focus my energy lately on just positive, like looking for the positive in everything. And the coronavirus shit sucks. Like it's bad. Like it's, you know, like I said, I've lost a few friends and a couple family members to it, and it's just a horrible thing. And I've just been trying to focus like on the good things. Like our shop's actually been pretty busy. We've had to do some changes, you know, with the masks and, you know, keeping a certain amount of people in the shop at any given time, which has kind of killed the lounge, which kind of sucks because I miss having all the people hanging out in the bar and hanging out in the lounge. But as far as like business wise, it hasn't really affected us business wise. And on my time off, it's always just me and the wife and the kids, really.
Yeah, man. It's strange times around the world, but obviously family time now has become that much more precious and special. I mean, I've been off work all week poorly, and it's just been so nice to be around them. I mean, obviously we all know what I do for a living and everything like that, and it's been horrendous, but it's making that quality time with the family. It's so valuable, and yeah, it just makes you appreciate a lot of other things.
I got a customer. I'll be right back. I'm
No
listening.
problem, Robert.
I said, good to see a busy shop. Good to see a busy shop. We like that.
Yeah, I was worried he wouldn't be. I was seriously worried he wouldn't be that busy, but obviously he's ticking over really well.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's a great thing.
A shop like Rogue Rabbit's got. Imagine one of them, a shop like that in the UK. I mean, I'm sure there's some like it, but not quite the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
God, it'd be packed.
the shops over there are something different, man. I mean, you know, they really are. We see quite a few of them. You know, I've seen Rabbit Shop. You know, I've seen Round Aerial Shop, and they're just different things.
Yeah,
you know,
the complete social side of it is what we're completely lacking in the UK now. Completely, other than
Very much
through
so.
social media. Look at this juice range he's got there, man. All that sad boy on the bottom.
yeah, man. Well, you gotta have it, dude. I mean, juice is obviously a huge part of your business as a vape shop. You know, it's
Bread and butter.
yeah. You know, so if you don't have the ranges, you've got to have people coming in buying the right stuff, and yeah.
Bread and butter. So what are you vaping on tonight, Chris? You haven't shown us anything in your hand other than you waving your old pimp stick.
I'm gonna say I've got the old pimp stick out. I remembered I'd bought some coals for it, and it was like, ooh. So I threw them in, and I've been using it for the last few days. I have missed it. On that, I'm actually using some Wikidiction blueberry donut.
Yeah, man. They've just done a complete
pretty much
relabel design of Wikidiction, and yeah, I'll be doing some work with Wikidiction coming up, and I don't think it's any secret that they're actually making my juice line as well.
Oh, are they?
Yes, they are.
I didn't actually know that. So
I sort of knew. Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I didn't.
And as per usual, I'm on the Atocha.
Chucha.
A Chucha, Atocha, the Immortal Mods, green
So
slime.
you touched what?
I told you. We always knew, Chris. We always knew.
Like, I think that mod looks super cool, man. I really do. And you know, I didn't get one. You know, my Immortal days were done before that came out.
There is
so,
one thing that is niggling at me about the mod. It's the only thing I've noticed. Over time, it's going to be really hard, but the silver coating's coming off on round here.
Was it
And
really?
when you have your hand on it, yeah.
So the acidity of your sweaty palm is wearing that off. That's what that'll be, Chris. It's because you've got sweaty hands.
and that's where that seam is as well, isn't it? So that's where, like, if you spill any juice down it, it's going to get trapped in there. If your sweat's going to get in there, and
it's literally where it's coming. It's right in between where my fingers are.
That's why you go for anodized metals, man. Yeah.
You realise what you just said, then, Chris?
Yeah, where my fingers are.
Where it's coming right through my fingers.
Yeah.
Was your actual words, then, Chris?
Dirty bastards.
Rubbing off on you. Giggity.
Was it
And on
wet?
that, and as been
wet,
told
Chris?
me earlier, a vapor-only whore, I'm on some twisted fruits.
Yeah, you are a vapor-only whore.
Hey, you're to blame. You're to blame.
Oh, don't quite go with the Dicky Bow Rabbit.
That's Chris looking for vaporoni juice.
I thought it was more.
Give me all your juice.
I blame Scott and I blame Vinny in Ams.
That's true. He did call it custard crack forever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it's
Still
so
called
stuck. Yeah, everyone it's still called that now. And the UK scene has been shop-wise has been murdered by online shopping.
I'm actually
really.
glad you said that, Kev, because we are going to talk about that here in a little bit.
He's also asking if you could give him a 360 view of the shop.
You're not going to see all the shop in a 360.
No.
Yeah, I'd have to get up and walk around everywhere.
There is an old LXV show where Rabbit did a full tour.
Right.
There you go. There's a brief tour.
That rabbit shop's amazing. The rabbit hole's an amazing shop.
Yeah.
It makes me sad to see that bar and that lounge empty, though.
Yeah, I bet.
It used to be packed.
If you ever find yourself you're in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, Knoxville, Tennessee.
If you ever find yourself in Knoxville, Tennessee, pay Rabbit a visit.
Still on my bucket list of shops, I must say.
You already know, Vinny. I sent you a constant invite. You're always welcome to come hang out in Knoxville.
Definitely, man. One day, Rabbit. One day I will.
You'll get here. I believe in you.
We'll just get the pedal away.
It's actually Knoxville's actually a really big tourist destination. Yeah. You got Dollywood and the Rockies. Like, a lot of people come here just to visit. It's actually pretty cool.
Well, I'm a bit of a foodie, Rabbit, so I'll obviously, by the size of me, I love my food.
Oh yeah, we got tons of good food here.
Yeah, I had a look and saw some of the nice restaurants.
Yeah, problem with America, you go over there and you come back 2 stone heavier.
Yep.
That's happened to me when I went to Florida. I was only there for a fortnight.
After this week, I could probably do with putting a bit of weight back on.
Oh, I don't know. The last time I went to America, I don't know about coming back heavier. I definitely came back a lot lighter in wallet.
Oh God, yes.
But I did go to Vegas, so that'll do that to you.
That will definitely do that.
As I say, it's the most beautifully tacky place in the world.
Yes. That's a fact.
Yeah. It's one of those, man. One of those. So anyway, Rabbit, you might be able to give us a bit more of a down low about what's going on over in the States then with these mail bans and all sorts of stuff. I mean, if you had it hit you yet, or I mean, it's not coming to effect yet, has it? Or
it's not in full effect yet. We still got about a month or 2 out. But it looks really bad. It really does. But I'm hoping that it kind of falls into the kind of how like they did the first time. This isn't a new thing. It's actually an amendment on an old thing. Like, it's actually the PACT Act's been around for years, like longer than I've been born. It started with tobacco and alcohol back in the 40s. So it's actually an old thing. All they did was amend it to include e-cigarettes. Oh crap! I got a customer. I'll be right back.
That's all right, man. Let's go. We can't blame him if he's got customers. Good to see him busy.
Not.
We'll get back onto that one when he comes back. But
I never realised it was an amendment of an old bill. That's interesting.
No,
I never knew that.
But that's how they sneak all their things in, isn't it? Over there, we've seen it time and time and time again.
And it definitely seems to be the case with the Biden administration as well.
Yeah, 100%. It's like I said, it's not a new thing that they do. They just tack on things that people vote against, and this is just hidden in the small print, so it gets voted for. It gets something big that everybody wants, you know. So yeah.
But yeah, like Kev said, it was the ordering online killed our shops. Absolutely killed them.
Well, the thing is, when there's big, when there's big shops out there that are also wholesalers that are getting stupidly good prices, and they can sell it at wholesale, which other shops are buying it for, and still make money. And people are always looking for the best deal. I mean, especially at the minute, for a lot of people, it always has been, but money's super tight, and I always say support your local shop, but sometimes my local shop I would rather support, but they don't have what I want,
We'll bring that up for Rabbit.
And they're like, they can get it. They're like, we can get it for you if you want it, but it's like, well, I can go down to them. They might not be able to get the same price. They have to pay for the delivery for a single item, all that sort of stuff. It's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just so easy to go on. Great, I'll go online. I'll go to one of the big guys and go, I want that, and it'll be here tomorrow. And I don't even have to leave my house.
That's a hell of a drive, Scott.
Not to a lot of Americans. They regularly like to do big long trips like that.
Yeah, they do big road trips, don't they?
Mm.
I know when Rabbit went to the march in Washington, that was a hell of a drive him and Kate undertook to go out there and represent the shop on that march at White House. and the rally and everything, and went live for us as well, which was amazing. Kev,
Yes, I remember.
we'll bring your question up wherever it's gone. It's up there. I'll keep that close, and we'll bring that back up when Rabbit comes back.
Evening,
That's a good
Lloyd.
point. Lloydie, good evening. What did you say evening to, Chris? I'd scrolled up the chat. I'd scrolled up the chat, so I couldn't see which Lloyd it was. Back to Prohibition days. That's exactly what's going on, really. And I'm in quite a lot of the American-based groups on Facebook, and there's pictures now with mechs, and someone's designed a razor head that will screw on top of a mech, and they're now going to start shipping their mechs and saying they're razors.
Oh, why did it move, man?
I mean, they could technically say that the vape juice is sexual lubricant.
No, they could quite easily say juice is what it is, and being a food flavoring, they could quite easily get around it that way because it is basically food flavoring and things that go in ready meals and medicines. So there's ways around it, Chris, but it depends if these companies want to actually go that way. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I am vaping on a tripod, and that is the Limelight Wicket DNA 60 in the walnut finish with an extra tube and button set because I fancy in gold. But
Josh has a major hard-on for Limelight right now.
I do, man. And Atmazu as well, man. I might have just tried to pre-order the DLC black tripod, the limited edition one.
It does look very nice.
Yeah, it was fucking expensive though.
Go on, how much was fucking expensive?
With shipping from Greece, €180.
Blimey neck.
The standard one's only £109.
It's not that bad.
It's enough though, man, for a tank I've already got two of.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love the tripod. The tripod's my go-to RTA. I love it. You know, for me, the flavor on this thing is like nothing else. But it's I saw it and I've been questioned. I've emailed Atmazu a couple of times going, are you ever going to do a black tripod? Are you ever going to do a black tripod? And they never got back to me. And then it just popped up in my timeline. It's like limited release. You have to be a member of Atmazu on their group, which I was. Then you have to be registered with Atmazu to order it, basically. And I put my thing in for it. So I've got a slot down there to go and get it. But they send you a link and you've got 24 hours to buy it.
Lloyd, I have seen that new page with that firing button, and yes, that mechanism looks a bit different. It looks a bit tasty. It certainly does.
I'll just answer Murray's question quickly. I am running just a standard Clapton, 0.45 ohms in this one. Just a small Clapton, single coil Clapton. Obviously, it's a single coil RD. 4.5 ohms, and I run that at 42 watts.
And while you're talking about it, Josh, we'll just let people know that are watching. Josh is going to be doing some solo videos on the channel and the LXV Lounge Facebook group, just showing the Limelight stuff off and the tripods and things like that at some point in the future. Just like
just stuff that maybe doesn't come into everyone's realms. And stuff that that you're not going to get set. Vinny's not going to get sent as a reviewer that I like and I'll buy. So it won't be reviews. It will just be a bit of a
show and tell almost.
Yeah, show and tell on these products. So anyone that's interested, you can watch it if you want. If you don't, that's fine.
we had a comment for you, Rabbit, while you was doing your thing, and it was quite interesting watching you working there, Rabbit, as well. But yeah, there we are.
Okay, so you want me to get back into it?
Yeah, there was a comment, Rabbit, that I've just highlighted as well, which might help you get back in.
Yeah. So okay. So here's the thing. The PACT Act is the Prevent All Cigarette Trafficking Act. That's what PACT stands for. The COVID relief bill that they pushed through, which was basically giving Americans free money, which I don't agree with either.
Don't let
He will
don't
finish
let,
the sentence one day.
don't let him turn down business.
But so what they did was by giving that free money, they kind of hid this little amended part of that act to include vaping. So what it does is it basically kills all B2C, which is basically business to customer sales or third party sales. Everyone calls them something different. So as far as ordering online and stuff, it's going to make it really hard. It's not going to make it impossible, but it's going to make it a lot harder than it is now. And it's going to force people, yes, to go back into shops. But the other problem is they're also talking about possibly affecting the shop's B2B, which is business to business as well. So I actually got a couple things that I looked up that I highlighted that I wanted to read for y'all. See if I can find it real quick. Okay, so the Fed when they Vaping 360, which is a big advocacy / news vaping thing in the U.S. They actually interviewed people at the United States Postal Service, at FedEx, at UPS, and FedEx actually said, "This is a quote: we will begin prohibiting e-cigs, e-liquid, and all other vaping products in the FedEx global network." So they're saying that they're going to choose to not ship them at all, whether it's from business to business, business to customer. Any of their vehicles in the United States will have vaping products in them. They said that it's too much of a hassle, so they're choosing to just not do it. So UPS kind of said the same thing. I'm trying to find it. I got customers came in and I lost my freaking page. Dagnabbit. All right, I'm just going to wing it. So UPS basically said the same thing. They said that it's too much of a hassle, this or that, so they're just going to not move vaping products. Now, what I read in the actual bill or amendment or however you want to word it, it's basically them saying that they're going to do away with using the United States Postal Service to ship any products that are 21 plus. So because of all the crap that happened last year and the year before, that now includes vaping and all, tobacco products, which vaping is now labeled as a tobacco product in the United States. So I started reaching out to like all my distros and my businesses and people that I deal with on a regular basis. And I started asking them, like, what's their plan? Like, what are we going to do? We can't just be like, oh, well, I guess we'll just stop vaping. Like, we can't do that. So we have to have some sort of like plan. So what they're doing right now is all of these businesses and these distros are actually sending out emails with these links that you can click, and then each one has a different one for their business. And for the companies that order from them, they can click this link, they go on there, they fill out all this paperwork, they submit all the proper licensing and forms for their state that basically shows that they are a legal reseller for vaping products. And by doing that, supposedly, now all of this is just, no one knows for sure yet. Like, we're still just kind of like, what are we going to do? So supposedly they're going to take these forms that have every shop that they sell to, and then they basically like present them to the PACT Act or to the USPS. And it's supposed to allow them to still do business with them. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know. All I know is that that's what they're trying to do right now. So hopefully that will work and we'll be able to get past it. Amazon, who use their own courier service, companies like, well, Amazon actually ships through UPS and FedEx and stuff like that, because I get a lot of stuff from them. It's not necessarily the courier service. Like, okay, so I actually had a conversation with someone yesterday about this, and the way I see it, there's companies that still do this with tobacco and with alcohol, but they have a specific drivers for that stuff now. Like you have, like in Knoxville, there's a big company called Eagle Distribution, and Eagle Distribution buys beer from all these beer companies, and they send their own personal trucks to go and, you know, pick up these pallets of beer and bring them to their warehouse. And then that location that's in Knoxville supplies all the stores, all the bars, and everything like that. So to me, that seems like an option. So if you get like big distros like Demand and Vapor Beast and companies like this to open small warehouses in each major city, and then you can have drivers that can just take the stuff from their local warehouse and drive routes like the beer companies and stuff do, and then deliver products. To me, that would be a viable option. Yeah. But we're talking a crap ton of money. Like you have to, like you're talking about basically replacing the United States Postal Service with a private company that only delivers vaping products. Like that's a huge undertaking. We're not talking something that's going to happen in like a month or two. Like that's going to take time. And they're talking about these new amendments will be going into effect in April. So we're talking like end of March, beginning of April. Like there is no way we're going to come up with a massive shipping company just for vaping in 2 months. Like I don't see that happening. So I'm hoping that you know what these businesses are doing by collecting all this information and giving them the proper paperwork and showing that we're, you know, reliable businesses, that, you know, we make sure we don't sell to underage people, like stuff like that. Like I feel like it might be a good way to stop that, and I still can't go left or right on this. I can't say I'm 100% for it, and I can't say I'm 100% against it, because I see good aspects on both sides. Like it does stop people from buying from these companies that are chopping shops' necks off by selling it for half the price because they don't have overhead. They don't have sales. Like all they got to do is go to our website that costs us $2 a month, and we keep it all in a warehouse that costs us $15 a month. That way we can sell it to y'all for $5 over wholesale. And who cares if the shops aren't getting, you know, aren't staying alive? Well, I don't know about y'all, but shops are what got me into vaping. Like I enjoy being in an atmosphere with other vapors. If you're ordering online, all that's dead. Like you won't have any of that. So I think it's a good thing where it will affect that, but we have to find a reliable way to get us the product. Without product, there's nothing we can do. And being like my shop that's known for having new juices and having the newest products and the stuff that's the hottest right now, it's going to be really hard for us to keep up with that if we don't know how we're going to get the stuff to us. Like that's what scares me the most, because like we're kind of known for that. Like people come here every single week and they're like, what's new? What's the new product? What's the new juice y'all got? What am I supposed to tell them when I'm like, my products aren't showing up, so I don't have anything. Like all I got is this old stuff that's been sitting around in the back room for months. Like that's scary. Like that I think that's what bothers me the most about all this.
Just thinking out the box slightly, Rabbit, here, this could be a good opportunity for some of the American distros and the big American vape companies to put aside differences and come together a little bit as well and create a bit of positivity and work something out together, rather than try and stab each other in the back a little bit just to get a sale. So looking at the positivity side, maybe that could happen as well.
Honestly, I actually brought that up to another distro's attention. I don't want to name the company, but I was talking to the sales manager like last week, and I'm like, why not get together and start a conglomerate where you all work as one unit, and then you could have, because there are distros that are within driving distance from us, so. Like I could physically drive up once a month and just load up on product. But see, my problem is so let's just say I go up there and I pick up a bunch of product, right? And then I come back. Well, what's to say 2 days after that, Vapresso or Sigelli or, you know, a company drops a brand new mod and it's hyped perfectly well where everyone wants it. And then now I have no way to get it because I got to figure out how to make another trip that's going to cost me another crap ton of money to go and get the product because people are going to want it because it's new. Like that's what worries me. And I feel like you're right, Vinny. If these guys could come together and we could start like, you know, just a conglomerate. Like all the distros just form this massive group where they're all one. And then you can just, work together to get trucks and work together to get, satellite locations in major cities. Like that would work. Like it's possible. Yeah. Like think about how the United States Postal Service started. It was like, 5 guys on horseback that were running mail from city to city. Like that was nothing. Like that, that was like, and now look at it. Every single city, not just major cities, but every single city has a postal service that's massive. Like it has to start somewhere. So if they can just stop worrying about, undercutting this person and making that extra $5 and just focus on the bigger picture, we might actually be able to fix something and make a change and make it for the better. And I think that's the main problem is they're all trying to undercut each other. And I got to admit, like I'm guilty of that. I'll go and bounce around from distros to find the best price on things. And it's just, it shouldn't have to be that way, honestly.
No, but it's business at the end of the day, Rabbit, isn't it? You're all there.
That is business. I mean, that 100% is business. If you're paying a $1 less for a bottle of juice than you would at another retailer, that's $1 more you're making, which keeps you in business longer. It keeps food on your table, keeps your family fed. The thing is, for you, it's different. It's not like you're a huge, you're one shop, you're one man. So that's where it differs.
Yeah.
In
a very nice way, though. I much prefer going to independent shops.
100%, 100%. Some of these like small independent shops over here are the best shops to go into. They really are. I mean, I can't say for the States because I've not been into one, but.
And honestly, man, like I hope that it's not. I hope that it's not as bad as it seems right now. Like I read this thing like 4 times in the past 2 days because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So when I talked to y'all, I could give you all the inside stuff I could find out. But from what they're saying right now, the major delivery services are saying that they don't want to deliver vaping products, is what they're saying. Now, that's not to say that it will change in the next month or two, or it's not to say that by filling out all this paperwork and submitting it that they don't go, okay, well, now we know that they're going to do it the right way, so we'll deliver to them. Like it's not to say that that's not going to happen, but looking at it how it's worded right this second and not knowing what's going to happen, that's scary. Like that's terrifying.
Yeah, I can understand that, Rabbit, completely. It's the not knowing, isn't it, and things like that. That's the big cloud, really, especially over small independent businesses like yourselves. It's I can imagine it feels a little bit claustrophobic with it pressing down a little bit and things right now. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it won't be as bad as we fear. Like you say, there's definitely positives to it. Yeah. Definitely positives. Okay, hopefully.
I'll be right back.
That's fine, Robert. Don't you worry.
I mean, this sort of goes back to how much America are cracking down on it. Like you're seeing all these, American reviewers being hit quite hard. I know that Mike Vape's put out an update about his channel today. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm assuming if he's put an update out about his channel, it probably isn't good news. I know he got a strike the other week.
He did indeed.
And he put up an update about his channel and
he immediately set up a backup account, didn't he?
Well, he said he's always had a backup account. Chilling with Mike, whatever it is. He's always had it, but he set it up years ago and it's got one video on it. Do you know what I mean? That's it. But it's there.
Yeah.
But he even said, look, if my channel gets shut down, I've got this backup account, but it's like, do I want to go through doing that all again? Do I want to go through, because I've got people that will instantly come over, but they were all saying about how, when they all started, the scene was different, Lots of their subscribers now might not even watch their videos anymore. They've gone through their vaping cycle. They probably don't even vape anymore. Does that make sense? Like, it's like they were in that scene when vaping was what it was, and lots of people come into it and they're like, great, I need to find out. And all those people are now experienced enough to not need reviews.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they might jump in every once in a while, but they're not the people watching week in, week out. They're not going to resubscribe.
I found out on my channel, Josh, with me switching from mainly a mechanical reviewer to not being a mainly mechanical reviewer, and I noticed the figures drop, and then all of a sudden I'll do a mech or an IDA review, and my figures will rocket again. It swings and roundabouts. It's yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I think people that watch reviews and stuff like that.
He won the appeal. Thank you, Murray.
Thanks, Murray. Thanks for letting us know. Is that what it was?
That's
brilliant.
Awesome news.
That's great news for Mike. Great news for Mike. Hopefully now Dash can get his channel back. That was another big loss. You know, it's hard to say. It's still not happened yet. But Dash is a really good guy. You know, great channel.
I think if he was going to get it back, he'd already have it back, Josh.
Yeah, but the difference is he got 3 strikes, didn't he? His channel was shut down. He didn't just get a strike, 1 strike. He got 3. He got 3 with the space of 2 weeks.
Vic had that and got it back because they found out that one of the strikes was not really a strike; it was an old one. And then he went back and removed all links and everything like that, and they gave him his channel back. So there's a hope. There is a hope for Dash.
Hopefully,
if he's got the fight up for fighting for it, I suppose.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder who he's on about there.
Mr. I can't vape anymore for my health. Oh, wait there. I'm coming back to vaping. Fucking tool.
Funny that.
Oh, the biggest tool ever.
Sorry, I had to do that.
That was loud, Josh. Your mic actually didn't change that much that time.
It's because we're live now. That's why. It's
damn. Rabbit, he looks so dapper, man. I love the dicky bow. It's just fucking ace. I really appreciate that. I love a dicky bow myself.
Could be the first American.
I had to look
first American Doctor Who over there.
Yeah, I think obviously the American scene, American vape industry, it's going to be in a period of flux. It's quite clear. So I think we may well be inviting Rabbit on for a little monthly update or something like that. We'll sort something out definitely because it's been awesome. It's awesome to have Rabbit back on, and his positivity. It's just like old days, man. It's like the old vibes back.
Yeah,
really nice.
I definitely miss it, man. I love you guys. I missed you guys. It's just been so crazy over here. I've had to focus on the shop and family and stuff like that, but it's definitely good to be on here talking with y'all and seeing all the leaguers, man. Like I miss that shit. Like it's great. I love it. It's made my day for sure.
Oh man, that's awesome, Robert. But yeah, like I was, the show's going through a little period of change. Me and Josh are looking at freshening things up, and we're doing that, and it's happening behind the scenes. Like we alluded to earlier, we've got big guests coming up. Rabbit tonight, and we've got things are moving now. So the more we get viewers in and sustain the viewers, the bigger we'll get bigger names in, and it's awesome. It's really good finally to feel like we're progressing. So, and that's mainly thanks to our leaguers. So thank you, leaguers. It's awesome. It really, really is.
Definitely a lot of cool things happening in the background.
And Josh is still searching for an IPA sponsor.
That is a really tiny can.
Do you know what? Yeah, well, that's how craft beer comes, Chris. You pay over the odds for tiny cans. I mean, even though this isn't. I can't say the word craft. If any of my crafty beer friends are watching, they'll shoot me. This is definitely macro, not craft. But so someone asked me what I was drinking. I'm drinking Life and Death by Vocation this evening, and I love these cans, man.
The Cool Wall. Sean Soup is asking about the Cool Wall. We have one entry from our guest from the Cool Wall this week, and that's it because the rest of us, well, I was dying all week, and we just thought we'd give a little chance for Rabbit to have a bash at the Cool Wall. So when Josh is finished pouring his beverage, he can hit our lovely bumper, and Rabbit can tell us about his mod, and Josh will bring up a picture of the wrong mod.
I think it's the right brand and it's the right mod, but it's the wrong version of said mod. I think it's the classic that I downloaded the picture of. But luckily, I think Rabbit's got 2 to hand anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yes, it
does. Let me find said bumper. Anyway, let's do the.
I should have done it, really.
Oh god.
Well, yes, Vinny.
I gotta
You
say
do have
something.
control.
Scott leaning in the comments. Man, I would love that. I'm the biggest Doctor Who fan ever.
Oh well, I think. Do you know what? I literally couldn't give away. We had a clear out the other day of all our old DVDs and I've got 7 Doctor Who box sets, and I can't give them away.
Yes, you can.
I'll have one.
I can't give them away, man.
You can give them right here.
Yeah, I'll have one.
I would send them to you, Rabbit, but it's going to be expensive, and they won't play over there because they're all in the wrong format. But
Oh,
you know.
dang. That's true.
No excuse to me.
you guys are NTSC, and we're all pals, so that's not going to work. But you know, anyway,
Actually, you can get region switches.
you can, but they're a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear
I
your
like
tech
that.
stuff.
Chris, if you want them, I'll send them up to you, buddy.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Right. Anyway, we'll not talk about that
And
now.
add it
Anyway.
to your collection of Quantum Leap as well.
Oh, that's a show. That is. Anyway,
Yeah.
Cornwall.
Yeah.
There we go. Rabbit's just showing it. I will put the picture up. I love that. I love the Voorhees.
Yeah, I love
theme.
that screen. That screen's pretty awesome.
I love the Voorhees theme. This is the picture I accidentally got. I think I got the Ginger Vapor Boxer Classic.
That's the one I'm on right now.
So,
They are nice.
and I thought that the reason I got this one is because it was the best photo of the bunch. we're pretty known for getting shoddy pictures, stuff with a cool.
Speak for yourself, Josh.
Okay.
So this is the classic. This is one of the originals. It's a dual 18650. It's one of the first 250Cs. And then this is my beater. This is the one I use in the garage working on the cars. I mean, it's wore out, but it's still kicking. This is the new 21700 dual 250C. It don't have the Jason one on it. It's got some weird little thing I did. But yeah, I love how customizable they are. Like it's I don't know, it's something weird. Like on this one, the one I use every day with the Jason Voorhees mask. If I can get it to work. There we go. Yeah, so
Nice.
this one I use all the time because of the size. See how small it is?
Yeah.
Like it's like my little baby.
Makes his hands look big.
Yeah, that's why I like it. See, this one makes me look like a tiny baby.
Rabbit, man, I need to get you a limelight, dude. Like, I know they're not probably quite your
Massive.
power, but now these are small.
Yeah, they are tiny.
Yeah, I saw yours. I like that thing. It's sexy. That would be a nice little mouthful longer.
Yeah, I mean, this is DNA 60. I've got a BF 61 as well. Die codes, but they're cool. I love them.
Yeah,
But the boxes are cool, man. I've always I see the boxes come up, and I'm like, they're cool mods. They are cool mods. It's basically it's a better version of it's what a Rebel vape should be.
yeah, I actually had a Rebel vape. I actually traded it. I like these a little bit better, honestly.
I wish I'd bought a boxer rather than a Rebel vape.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you had issues with that.
Oh,
You still got issues.
It came back, Rabbit. It disappeared in the post for a year, and it arrived back just before Christmas.
Oh my god!
Tell them how much work they've done to it.
Still broken.
Oh my god! That's
Still
ridiculous.
broken. They've not done anything. They just repackaged it and posted it back to me.
So it belongs to him. Just give it him back. So
What's
probably
wrong?
dropped it.
What's actually wrong with it, Vin?
It's first there was a battery error. Now they told me I had to sort it through Evolve. I did that, did everything they told me to do. It worked for an hour and then it did it again. And now alongside the battery error, it's not the last time I touched it, It's
So-
now not reading 510s.
So essentially, the chip is knackered. Why don't you
The
just send it
chip's
to?
burnt out. When I
What?
took it back to them at Expo,
Why don't you just send it up to Johnny and get him to fit a new DNA 250?
Johnny can't get DNAs. He did a live today. There's a major shortage on DNA chips in the UK
Oh,
because of Brexit and things.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's China for you.
So, Vinny,
Yeah.
you want to hear something crazy?
Go on.
Let me see if you can see out the window. Hold on. It's a little bright. Let me see if I can turn this around so y'all can see my truck. Can you see that truck at all?
Yeah,
The big one?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's my truck. So I got out of the truck with this one on my lap, out of that truck. And it hit the parking lot and like just completely peeled apart. Batteries went flying under a car. My tank shattered. And I picked up the batteries, I put them back in the mod, and I hit the button, and it's never not worked. Like, and that truck is massive, and that thing went flying.
My Rebel Vape, I haven't dropped it. I've not used it enough to freaking drop it.
That's
Didn't have it in
It's,
your hands
it's
long enough.
immaculate. It looks brand new still. I've literally used it probably for about 3 days in the nearly 2 years I've had it.
Well, I've only got one question. Does my boxer make the cool wall?
Well,
Well, that's where we've got to
Just for the
vote.
fact it works, yes.
so your arguments for it are that it's a cool mod. It's solid. It's reliable.
It's a
nice
DNA
and compact.
250 as
Yeah.
well.
250 color.
So I'm going to put the picture
And
up
it's not
again.
made by Rebel.
I'm going to put the picture up again. Yeah, I mean, for the fact that it's not a Rebel vape, it automatically makes cool. Does
Yeah.
it make? So the way it goes, Rabbit. I don't know if you've seen. So we do. There's 3 main categories. There's uncool, which is shit. There's
Yeah.
cool, and then there's the sponsored by Andy Bohane's Sub-Zero section. Right, we've also got the shit bucket for products that that don't even make the uncool list, and quite a
No.
lot's gone in the shit bucket. And just so you know, the very first product to go on the Sub-Zero wall was the Smock Alien. So we see things a bit oddly here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of the mod; it's because what it did for vaping. You know, loads who had a Smock Alien. It's fucking hugely popular mod.
Well,
So-
I'm going to argue what this one did for DNA.
Okay, all right. So, Rabbit, where you going? You going Sub-Zero? You going all the way to the top with this one?
I mean, in my opinion, yes. I've owned like 4 of these, and I've never ever had one of them have an issue. Not at all. I've never had any little thing I could say like, oh man, this one time the batteries met. Like nothing. Like it's always been a solid mod for me.
Okay, so Sub-Zero from Rabbit. Vinny, which way you go?
Oh, it's Sub-Zero. Without a doubt. It's what Rebel Vape should be.
Yeah, Chris.
I agree with everyone else. Sub-Zero. It's a cool little mod.
Well, I'm already outvoted, but so I'll go Sub-Zero as well. So that's 4 very strong Sub-Zero votes. It goes on the Sub-Zero sides. I can't. So hard to say. Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Josh
Side.
has too many beers.
Too many beers, man.
Not
Yeah.
Not enough.
Just not enough beers. Yeah, and just my stupid Devon accent. Just
Sean's saying cool.
Sean's
Oh,
going cool.
Come on, Sean.
And Tracy.
That's cool. Well, unfortunately, on this one, Leaguers, you don't actually get a vote because we're not split. So
No, it's a unified decision, so the leaguers don't get the casting vote, so it does go Sub-Zero.
it goes
Yes.
smack bang on the Sub-Zero wall up there. Well done, Rabbit.
That's the first time I actually liked politics.
You can't
Yeah.
do the politics.
We don't need a recount. That's good.
If you could just find me
None of the
11,000,
drawings.
if you can just find me 11,000 Sub-Zero votes to get that one, then
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
We'll be in there.
Oh god, let's not even get started on that. I don't even know why I brought that up.
It's a very odd lineup in the Sub-Zero section. It's a very odd lineup, and I
There-
like the fact it is.
There really is, man. There really is. And when we hopefully move to our new platform, there will be a physical wall that I will be able to make, and you guys will be able to see what's on there,
where.
and what's not on there. So if me and Vinny can ever get it to work, because we pulled our we literally pulled our hair out for 2 hours last night trying to get this shit to work. So
3
it
hours,
will-
Josh.
it-
was
it
3 hours.
Was it 3? It will work. So just give it
Watching
some
him
time.
trying to work it yesterday before you two had your little meeting about trying to figure it all out was quite funny. Sat there with
Seriously,
YouTube videos trying to figure it out.
If anyone from streaming sites is watching this, make them fucking easier to use, please.
Yes.
Yeah. If anybody-
StreamYards is great, but it's not. We can't get things we want, and StreamYard is rather expensive to use.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we want more graphics and to be able to bring things in, and we can't do that on StreamYard.
Right,
we
so-
want more productivity in our show. More
If
product.
If any of you leaguers are familiar with Streamlabs OBS, then hit us up.
No,
And
no.
now, I
And
mean,
Zoom.
I've got Zoom's easy, mate. Zoom's
Zoom's easy. We've got Zoom sorted. Chris.
Zoom's not an issue over that. Streamlabs is complicated because it's only complicated because there's so much you can do. But I mean, I luckily I do have a good friend that knows all about the shit, and he's just hit me up anytime, so we'll talk to him about it when I can. He's a busy person and I'm a busy person, so one of those.
Yeah, and we can't bring out an outside consultant into this sort of thing because unfortunately we're not one of the big sponsored shows yet.
God,
If anyone would like to talk to us about sponsoring a show, by the way, drop us a message on the LXV page.
Literally just noticed how ginger my beard looks all of a sudden on this side.
It's the way your lighting is, Josh. That's
man,
like you're catching me up there.
No, mate, seriously, my beard is proper ginger though. Like, doesn't come
Beard anymore.
I got a proper ginger beard, man. It's fine. I don't mind.
No, I don't. I love the ginger beard.
Ginger beards are more natural, dude.
It's Celtic. There's Celtic blood in you. When you
Well,
got ginger
so-
beard, apparently there's Celtic blood.
To have ginger hair, you need to have both. You need to have from both your parents. To have a ginger beard, you only need the one gene from one parent. That's
Yeah,
why
well,
it
neither
changes.
of my parents were ginger.
Doesn't matter. Don't need to be. They just need to carry. They just need to carry the gene.
Yeah.
So I
But
can
to have-
blame my mum and dad then for a ginger beard.
But to have ginger hair, you need to have it from both parents. To have a ginger beard, it's just from one parent. It's different.
But what if I'm a female? You can't get a
What?
ginger beard if you're a female.
No, but they can still carry the ginger gene. Fuck's
I
sake,
know
man.
they can.
Oh, man.
Ginger beard is good alcoholic ginger beer. Ginger beard is a good alcoholic ginger beer. You are correct. The shortcut is soul removal. Have you listened to Nickelback recently? Josh? Seriously, right?
Nickelback.
For anyone that doesn't know, I also up until recently, I used to run used to help run another night, which is called Alternate, which is a rock night, and at Alternate we have what we call the Nickelback free guarantee. Right, that was it. The Nickelback free guarantee. We would never. If someone requested it, it's like no, we're not playing it. We never played Nickelback. so no, I haven't listened to Nickelback.
It's not rock, is it? Let's be honest.
Anyway, evening, has Keller been in long, or is that the first comment she made? She comes in.
That's the
and says,
first comment she's made. Yeah.
Evening, by the way. Holy fuck, I was guessing. Anyway, has anyone got any fuck me, I can't vape. What? Has anyone got any Room 101 suggestions this evening? Anything that needs to go into Room 101 down in the deepest, darkest depths of let's forget about this in the vape industry?
I have, but I'm going to bury it for this week. I'm going to save it because I want someone else's opinion on it who's coming on in a couple of weeks as well. So I'm going to bring it up then and see where we go with that and get his opinion on it as well.
Oh, what, a couple of weeks?
Why bring
next
it up
week?
now then?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, okay. Guys, we've got some seriously big guests coming up. I'm super stoked about these. So
Yeah.
obviously, we've had some great guests. We had Johnny last week. You've got Rabbit this week. It's been an absolute pleasure to have Rabbit back on the show. Absolute pleasure. We're not finishing. We're not finishing yet, by the way. I'm just
No, but if Rabbit might have to jump off, which we fully understand because he gets a busy period coming up with rush hour and things. So if Rabbit jumps off, thank you, Rabbit. It's been brilliant to have you on. And yes, we will sort a regular sort of monthly slot out or something, I think.
Yeah, I'm definitely down, man. I love you guys, and I love all the leaguers. I miss being on here and seeing everybody. It's been a good time, that's for sure. What's the okay?
Question
So
is though,
real quick, what's the 101 thing? Explain that.
So Room 101 it's the Room 101 to George Orwell thing. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Like Big Brother. So Room 101 is something that you hate. So we have a program over here called Room 101, and basically what it is a TV show, and you get to go on there and you get to nominate something to go to Room 101. This is something you hate about a certain category. We do it about vaping. So something you hate about vaping that should be outlawed, that shouldn't exist. It could be.
Can we add this PACT Act?
Yeah, of course we can. Do you know what? Let's do it. Hold on. I got to play the bumper for it though. So
Yeah, we have bumpers galore, Rabbit. All just bopping away. Chris is just like,
So yeah,
I'm reading the comments.
So basically, what it is we just say something that we just want to see abolished out of the world of vaping. Like it could be a product, it could be a thought train, it can be a group, it can be something like the PACT Act. Fucking, and we just vote on it and go, that's going in there. That's something we never want to see again, and it gets put down in the deepest, darkest depths of vaping hell.
there has been one exception though, because somebody put Chris in there, so we had to let Chris back out.
Yes.
That's the idea. Never to resurface again. So
I would probably say let's put up all of the ignorant politicians that try to destroy vaping in the United States.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. It doesn't even need voted on.
Like that,
Doesn't even know.
I'm over that crap.
Doesn't even need voted on. That goes straight in.
There's been a few of those as well from various guests that have just gone, yep, straight in. We're not even thinking about that.
No, that's no question. Has anyone got anything they want to add?
Yeah, thank you guys for getting my. It was from 1984.
Yeah, it was
101. Yeah, I'm not a well-read person. I think I've only ever read one book in my life. So,
And it was Vape Magazine.
I would never read Vape Around magazine.
Scott Leaning, that's very controversial.
IVG into Room 101. I mean, they did cause a lot of controversy, and they really and they were one of those companies that really highlighted this whole packaging debate that went on for fucking ages. That was quite really nonsensical.
All right, we're about to get started. Listen, I love you guys. I hope to be on again soon. If y'all ever stop by Knoxville, come by the shop and see me, say hey. And if any of you guys on the LXV need anything, let me know. I love you guys, man. I hope to see y'all again soon.
Peace and love, Rabbit. Take care.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take it easy.
IVG. Completely inappropriate.
Yeah, okay, that is inappropriate.
And I ripped the shit out of them for doing it when I reviewed it. And they took me off their reviewer list. Thank you, IVG. You're a bunch of wankers in my eyes. Because that was a piece of advertising they sent to shops.
Yeah, that's not right.
Completely not right. It's a lollipop tub.
Someone explained to Keller, but yeah, I'm just. I need to toilet. I'll be right back.
Don't leave me with Chris.
I thought it was you. I thought you was running off to the toilet at first.
No, I was grabbing my inappropriate piece of advertising that I actually put in my bin over here this morning because I was tidying out the studio a bit again. And I found that on the floor. I thought that's going back in the bin.
And it hadn't been put in the bin in the first place?
No, well, the floor was kind of the bin, Chris, if I'm completely honest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did, yeah. When I moved and extended, I kind of just
pushed all the crap with it.
Yeah, all the crap's over that side, so no one can see it. And it's staying there for Yeah,
A
we
bit
do.
like Josh's pile of beer cans.
Yeah, but he's moved now, and he's moved his studio around, so his bin's
he's had to
literally
clean it
next
up.
to him.
I wondered why he looked a little taller.
Kev, Rabbit will be back on next month. Pop on and grab that question then, buddy. Rabbit's gone now for the show. It's his busy period of the day, so that's fully understandable. Yes, Simon. Salespeople, yeah, that can be a very good suggestion for 101. When we do 101 again, Simon, if you're on, please say that again, and we will do that, because that's a whole different kettle of fish. That needs debate, because that can go quite a bit further than just salespeople as well, which will be really interesting. I'm endlessly padding now. So, Chris, what's that juice order you banged in with our friends at Vaporoni this week? You were showing me it earlier.
Yeah.
What are you going for? The Cyber Rabbit, was it, from Oxfordshire Vapors?
Yeah, I got the two of the Cyber Rabbits. Let me find my emails. Basically, I've got me some Sad Boy Strawberry Blood. I bought me the big bottle this time because the smaller bottle.
I really struggled with that. The strawberry.
I loved it. I found it's a lot like custard crack. If you leave it for about a week or so, it just gets better.
I think I left mine for about 3. When I first put the nick in and tried it, and then I left it, I think for about 5 weeks.
What was you using it on? A tank or a RDA?
That's a damn good question. I was using both.
Because I do find
Go on.
I found when I was using it in my Fatality, the strawberry flavour wasn't so pronounced as when I was using it in an RDA. But it also depends on.
Bye, Josh.
It also depended on the ohms of the RDA.
You see, I actually found the flavour of that better in a sub-ohm stock coil tank. In a Cleto 120, actually, which was my choice.
I admit it, I'm a cheapskate. I don't buy stock coils because I can easily burn them out in a week.
No, but
and it costs me £5 a week. It's like
when I'm busy with reviews and I have to re-wick 35 RDA and 10 RTA and things like that.
Yes.
I like the ease of just grabbing a stock coil tank, banging one in and vaping away and being quite happy while I'm doing that. And obviously with doing the juice reviews, you need to get a different perspective of devices and everything. Yeah. And I genuinely found the Cleto 120 suited that juice far better than any other way I vaped it. And that's how I ended up vaping that bottle, was through a Cleto.
I might have to look again another 120.
I mean, this is the thing. So, like, juice flavors, they're personal. How you some people taste differently. So, like, for me, like, my taste isn't so great. So I like quite strong flavorings. I'm one of those guys that will quite happily get a squash bottle and pour half of a pint glass in and then top the rest up with water because I like a strong flavor.
Animal.
Do you know what I mean? I'll almost
What's wrong with that?
I'll quite happily drink Ribena neat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes, I actually have done that.
I'm one of those. I wouldn't do it. That's heathen-like. But like, for me. Otherwise, everything just tastes nothingness. So that's just the way my taste works. So I like strong. I almost like flavors that are over concentrated. When I was buying flavor shots, I'd like to mix them at 25% rather than 20%. I'd buy the shots at 25%.
I did that with them, Josh, a lot of the time. You see, but I've got a review landing of the Cordial liquids. It's no surprise that I've got that coming. And some of their desserts, I'm on the Odin with the Redemption 3.0. I got a pair of normal fused staples in there, and I'm vaping at 150 watts, and that's the sweet spot for that juice. It needs like some real power to really emphasize the flavors of the desserts. Even on a mech, on a low build, I'm still struggling to get all the elements of the flavors until I go to something a bit more powerful and a bit bigger. It's
and I think this is why all of a sudden I've gone this big switch. When I've switched the way I vaped, I've switched my flavor profiles massively.
Yeah,
I've gone from vaping desserts and bakeries all the time, and now I don't really touch them. It's all fruit flavors because I think they work better in these this type of
Definitely.
situation of vaping. But I don't think these work as well on sort of like a mech, and that's where I think desserts and stuff come in. So
Yeah.
like I've still got that bottle of Dead Man's Hand over there, and I vaped it in one of these, and it tasted great. But actually, I'm going to rewick my mech later, and I'm going to drip some on that and see how it tastes in that, because I guarantee it will taste completely different.
I recently revisited Dead Man's Hand after the review, and hitting them on the Destroyer in stacked was just bliss, absolute bliss. I needed a smoking jacket on, I needed the slippers, I needed an open fire, and it was just fucking superb. It was really nice.
Yeah. I was going to get me some of that today, but that was all out of stock.
Yeah, they probably sold out now, Chris.
I mean,
yes, I was
like Ryan's just put, I like
toy.
to mix. Sorry, you finish, Chris. You finish.
That's okay. I was just saying
No,
one
no. I wasn't saying that. I was saying I didn't need to butt in to actually finish.
Yeah, it's like the one time I actually decided I was actually going to splash out and buy a bottle of it, because it's like 25 quid, isn't it? Something like that, a bottle.
Yeah.
It's not the cheapest of juice, but everyone that's tried it that I've spoken to have actually said it's really nice.
From Tracy.
People argue
Well,
that it's
Tracy.
expensive. People argue that it's expensive, but you've got to think that. So they have to make the juice. They have to buy all the concentrates, mix the juice. They do put it in a barrel to age it. The barrels aren't cheap. You go and buy a used whiskey barrel. You're looking, £50 to £100 a barrel. They're not, and that's if you get cheap ones.
I'm
and
not arguing it's like not expensive for what it is and how they make it. It's just it's expensive for my wallet kind of thing. And I spend 25 quid. That's pretty much half of my monthly budget on juice gone on one bottle, which I'd probably kill off in a couple of days if it was really nice.
Suicide Bunny, that's not the same Suicide Bunny. I'll have to check that out.
No, it's an American one, Josh. It's
Yeah.
Not
I
the
did
same
get
one
me
we
some
know.
more of that 18th Amendment. That stuff is
the Prohibition juice range. I mean, is a phenomenal juice range.
Yeah, I'm just
Joey-
hoping those Cyber Rabbits are nice as well.
Joey knocked out the park with those.
Yeah, he really did. They are banging flavors. Speakeasy is over here, isn't it? Is it Speakeasy?
Yeah, I don't think it's officially changed yet because of all the things that's going on. But yeah, there is a Prohibition Vape Co. And obviously Joey was Prohibition Juice Co. And it was a bit too close. And there was no like, oh, it's an issue. It was just like, come on, we're established over here. Can we? And he's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Joey didn't have an issue with it. He gets it. It's business. It's the way it works.
John, I completely get you, man. I used to homebrew everything until I started becoming a reviewer. I used to drip packs.
Someone should remember from the early days. Oops, sorry.
Go on, Chris. Off you go.
No, I was just going to say, like, Sean should remember from the early days, I was known as Mr. Bloody, what was it?
Drip packs.
Drip Packs.
Yeah. How we've changed you, Christopher. How we've changed you.
You were Chris Drip Packs Hollyhead. That was your name for a while.
Yeah. Hollinshead, not Hollyhead. There's no way you might.
Hollinshead, that's what I said.
Saying like you said, Hollyhead.
Yeah, you're
I'm
just hearing
not
things, Chris.
Who's Holly and why is she giving you head, Chris?
I don't know. If it's Holly Willoughby,
Willabooby.
yeah.
Yeah, no, like I 100% that getting like DIY is such a huge part of it, and eventually I think we're all going to get lumbered with that. Not lumbered with it because it's one of those, But if you can get it right, if you know what you're doing, you can make some amazing stuff.
Yeah, you can. You really can. And that's now I'm doing a juice line because of it's recipes I've made previously that have been jazzed up a little bit by the lovely people at Wicked Diction. And yeah, I can't wait. It's getting so close now.
It's nice that you've actually done it in the past. There's a lot of juices out there that are released by like reviewers and influencers and stuff that they haven't made. Someone's come to me going, "Oh, I like this range." I'll tell you, we'll go 50-50 on it, or 25-75, and we'll split with you. I mean, one of the ones that I know that actually mixed all his own flavors was Bogan. I mean, I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but he actually mixed those, and and some of those flavors are great. So
I've got about 35 recipes. So if it takes off, there will be more flavors added to the
Right.
line.
I'll tell you
But-
what, though, most people that mix their own juices tend to mix bakery type flavors, though.
Yeah.
Everybody that I know that mixes juices has got their own amazing banging lemon tart. Does that make sense? Like, I know this sounds weird. My lemon tart's the best. My lemon tart's the best.
Yeah.
Everybody does fucking lemon tart.
I'm
Right?
doing a lemon tart.
I know you are.
Well, it's a lemon meringue pie I'm doing.
But-
And Scott leaning the bongo is not happening. I was
Nope.
doing a flavor that was going to be bongo. Unfortunately, after 9 attempts and a lot of hours in a mixing lab, I've given up trying. It has to be right. If I'm going to do this, I want it done right. That's why it's taking so long. I want it done right, plus Rona. And bongo, I could not get right.
Something you might put on the back burner until
It's
you
gone on
just
the back
keep trying.
burner. I'm replacing it with another fruity flavor from my recipe book. So the bongo has gone, but it's going to be replaced by another fruity loveliness. But yeah, it's something
Would
I
that
will
be,
revisit when I've got more time to go over to the lab and have a play again. It's great in there.
Would there be a cola flavour in there at all?
No, not yet. There is in my recipe book, but it's not coming in the first release.
I'll tell you what, if someone can actually get me a proper cola flavour that tastes like Coke, then I'll vape it all day long.
The Riot Squad Cooler Cola is quite close. The unfortunate thing is it's got cooler in it.
I've never come across. I mean, I know there's lots out there I haven't tried, but I've never come. And for me, they're all too much. Like you get that like hard candy cola, and
Yeah,
do you know what I mean, and stuff like that, which is fine.
and the
but
gummy
it's-
cola bottles and things like that as well.
But it's too sweet. I'm not saying Coke isn't sweet because Coke is ridiculously sweet, but it's not right. I mean, it's not right. Yeah, again, Keller's right. If you could make a proper Dr. Pepper, proper Dr. Pepper flavor, like it would sell like hotcakes. But it's going to be hard to mix, man.
I've got one very similar to Dr. Pepper.
What you've got to remember is people have been trying to copy, and not go back to Coke here. People have been trying to copy Coke flavor, for years, and no one's ever got the flavor of Coke.
No. Panda Pop.
You know,
Panda Pop was the best.
Yeah,
Pepsi,
Pepsi did it. Pepsi's Pepsi. Pepsi and Coke are two different drinks.
Completely different.
Right? They are not. You can call them cola. They're both colas, but Pepsi and Coke are two different drinks.
Very different.
You know.
Now I prefer Pepsi to cola, though.
Now on this subject, I will just add, an old friend of mine at Knights Vape, Sam Squires, he does a cherry cola. Now that is very, very close to the Pepsi cherry.
Yeah, see,
very close.
Cherry colas, I've had a few good ones.
Yeah.
But they are absolute coil destroyers.
Yeah.
So there was the company I used to love that made a I can't remember what it was. I used to vape it years ago, and it was such a good. Now fuck that. Just buy the new Walker's Max KFC crisps. They are better than KFC, right?
I definitely got to try those.
I could ask my wife. She had a packet of them earlier. How good were they? Were they good?
They were really good.
There we go.
Yeah, they're on my list for my moving out with my kids tomorrow. I'm going to go get some.
We're lucky enough. A very regular guy that we deal with at the shop, a very regular customer, he delivers for Walkers. So when he stops by, he just chucks us boxes of crisps in the door.
Nice.
So yeah, crisps and Nobby's nuts and all sorts of stuff. So we've just always got them at work. And
poor old Nobby.
Oh, these are new. These are new. These are the KFC ones. It was like, oh, there's Zinger ones as well. We've got those. I got any on me. Came back like 2 days later. Here you go. Here's the Zinger ones. We're like, yeah. Cheers, Darren.
Shit, man. I'm in the wrong trade. All I get is cake and biscuit.
He applies it to discount on his products. So
yeah. Oh, yeah. But I bet he willingly do it.
Yeah, you look after people, they look after your back, don't they? So
definitely.
See, Keller, you're American. You don't get Jaffa cakes in the States, do you? Or is she asking what is a Jaffa cake?
Is it? Jaffa cake is not a cake.
Well,
it is a cake. Sorry,
it is a cake. I mean, I sent Rabbit some Jaffa cakes because Rabbit didn't know what Jaffa cakes were, and I sent them in my
And
box
chomp.
to Rabbit.
He went mad on chomps and fudge.
Oh, mate, chomps, man. Yeah, chomps and fudges, man. I sent him like 20 fudges, and he was just like,
Yeah, I think I sent him like a fair few packs. Gave him a fair few packs to Zippy to send out to him.
Rabbit will be back. There's Rabbit. Hope you're busy, Rabbit.
Rabbit, it was a pleasure to have you back, man. Pleasure to have you back on the show.
Isn't it funny? We mentioned chomp and fudge.
And Rabbit's back. Yeah. Please send Jaffa cakes. Kelly, get Chris to send you some. Get Chris to send you some. Not you, Chris. Another Chris. Don't worry.
I like that. I officially don't know what. I officially don't know what they are. Please send.
They are basically tiny little round cakes.
No, I think she said she knows what they are. I think she just wants us to send us some more.
No. You better not tell them about the giant crumpets we can get over here as well.
Keller,
Oops.
I will quite happily trade you Jaffa cakes for flaming hot Cheetos. Like proper flaming
the
hot
proper
Cheetos.
the knobbly gnarly Cheetos, not the
Like,
ones we get.
I will quite happily trade you 1-for-1 Jaffa cakes versus flaming hot Cheetos any day of the week.
Scott Leaning's hit it on the head. It's a stale cake found in the biscuit aisle. That's what it is, completely. It is a stale cake.
We don't get flaming hot Cheetos over here, proper ones. And I'll tell you what, this is going to sound weird. Flaming hot Cheetos and vanilla ice cream.
See you later, Ryan.
Just a revelation.
Oh, my. Oh, right. Back to vaping. Anything else, guys?
we always get onto snacks. Always get onto snacks.
It's been a while. It's the return of Rabbit and snacks. You know, it's comes in hand. So I see the launch of the Abyss has happened at last, and everywhere's sold out, I think.
No, E-Sig one have still got them.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
E-Sig going on their page.
And what's more amazing is E-Sig one have them cheaper than anybody else. They've already got 25% off.
Really?
Yeah, they're 95 quid. There's £105 everywhere else. Sorry, I wasn't literally trying to advertise for E-Sig one, a company that I actually don't particularly like.
Yes.
But they do still have them, yeah.
I bet they have now.
They don't have all the accessories. Do you want me to check? Because I will.
No, because I don't get paid till next week, Josh. So don't.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, I will say one thing. So I've seen one half review of it, and I've seen one full review of it.
Yeah.
And the impressions weren't that great.
Oh, really? Well, that's disappointing. You see, I've seen one, and it was a good one.
Grim Green couldn't get his to work in anything other than side-by-side mode. Couldn't get any of his bridges to work in it, and when he did, it leaked massively. So either he's just got a duff one, and also
you'd make sure you wouldn't send Grim a duff one, wouldn't you?
And also, I don't think Vic's review of it was that favourable either.
No.
Ooh.
So, like, I think it's one of those things that the idea is fantastic, but I think it's one of those that it almost needs, in 6 months' time, it needs a version 2, and then it will be perfect. Does that make sense?
You heard it here first, people. Don't go buy the Abyss. Wait for version 2.
I'm not saying that. And to be honest with you, it hasn't kind of put me off still wanting to buy one, because I still want to buy one. Like, I still want one, but I kind of want a decent bridge to go in it. But yeah, it's one of those. Is it trying to be jack of all trades and master of none? Because there's a lot going on there, and I know there's other stuff out there that does it as well. But the 4-4 and the price point is that for what it does is kind of crazy. Yeah. And fair play to Vapors Cloud and Brian for that. And I know Bogan's had some input and other people have input. but from what I've seen so far, there's been a few little teething issues, and
That's going to happen.
It's going to happen, you know. It's going to happen. So
That's in any industry.
let's just wait and see. Yeah, let's just wait and see. There's a lot going on with that device, and it can do a lot. So you can't expect it to be, you know, it's out there to rival a billet box, but billet box is tried and true. Do you know what I mean? People love the billet box for what it is, and it does what it does.
That's a Jaffa cake.
Jaffa cakes are the bomb, man.
Yeah, but you open them up and take one, and the packet's gone.
Yeah, man. I do that at Christmas when you get those like yard-long boxes. I could just munch through one of those.
Yeah.
Same with Haribo. Me and Vinny were chatting last night on video. It's like, Josh, you eating sweets and drinking beers? Like, yeah.
That just seemed completely alien to me last night. I've never eaten Haribo and drunk beer. It's just like sweet and sweet.
I was drinking a stout, so I was drinking like quite a potent stout, and I sat there with a box full of the worst Haribo in the world, which was Happy Mix. What was it? Super Mix. Super Mix is great, but I'm a bit of a sweet fiend, and it's the ones we had. Star Mix is king. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't buy sweets because if I buy them, I'll eat them up. The kids don't even get a look when the kids get bought them for Christmas.
No, I did. Like Vicky said, she said to me, I bought the kids sweets. I was like, no, I asked for sweets. You bought the Haribo. I've eaten the Haribo. She's like, I bought the kids. No, I asked for them.
I love that little look. That little look there.
Yeah, it's just she sat right there.
Haribo does not last 5 minutes in this house.
She would come and say hello, but she's in her pants, so it's not going to happen.
Sean, I don't know if you can still get the different flavour Jaffa cakes. I know they did the Christmas ones, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
The Halloween, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Ribena Jaffa cakes were different gravy
a while back as well.
Yeah, it didn't get received well.
Where's that one gone?
I need to get up to the Haribo warehouse shop. Yeah. I need one of those
2 kilo bags.
See, I just got so you guys have obviously got Macro. Macro's up and down the country, right?
Yeah.
No,
if you've got a Macro card, just go to Macro and buy them there. Literally, you get those massive 2 kilogram bags of like cost price. That's fucking awesome. I bought one. See, one time I was crazy enough to make what we called Haribo vodka jelly snake cake.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we got a kilogram bag of Haribo snakes, you know, the fucking long snakes.
Yeah.
We melted them down in a saucepan, added a litre of vodka, and then set it in the fridge.
Ooh.
Right. Seriously, man, this shit could hold me if I covered myself in it and stuck myself to a rocket that went into outer space, I'd still be stuck there by the time it landed. Like, it was so sticky, but man, it was incredible. Like, it's like you're cutting it, like, hold it, trying to bite it. I can't bite it; it's so sticky. It's just sticking your mouth together. But literally, man, it was amazing. Like Haribo, like vodka flavor Haribo. It was only at that point I found out that vodka makes me really angry.
Yeah, vodka. I don't do vodka.
I don't drink any white spirits anymore, man. I literally turned into the Incredible Bulk. That's what I turned into.
I'm definitely going to have to try that, though.
Say
a kilogram of jelly baby. The snakes, yeah? In the
in the States, I thought, obviously, I know they have Haribo, but the big thing over in the States is gold bears, isn't it? You know, the gold bears. But they're made in two different. The gold bear recipe for the States and the gold bear recipe for Europe is different. We looked into this. Well, when I sent Rabbit that care box, we looked into say gold bears are the number one selling Haribo thing in the States by a long way, apparently, but the recipes are different. So, fruit gummy bears, yeah. So what we call gold bears, they're just called gold bears over here. But they're a different size, they're different flavorings, they're different everything. So, but they don't get bags of, like, from what I know, specialist place but you don't get the standards, you don't get bags. the standard thing for here of Haribo is Star Mix, right? Star Mix everywhere, but that's not a standard thing in the States. And you think it would be?
I'm so putting Haribo on the tag when I put this channel little on YouTube later. I'm so putting Haribo as the tagline.
Hopefully they can be a sponsor.
You never know. Pepsi
Haribo.
Max to me, yeah.
Oh, I will literally eat Haribo on every live show if they sponsor us. No problem at all.
Oh, damn.
Brought to you by Haribo. I don't think vaping and a kid's sweet would quite go together, though.
Yeah, see, Keller says you got a bag of Star Mix in our last care package. Anyway, see, that's something that nobody's done a proper good Haribo flavour yet. Like a proper good.
It's that horrible gummy sensation that people try to put with them. It's the way it coats your tongue in an e-liquid form. It's not overly pleasant, I don't think. Well, personally, it's not.
Does your foot hurt from how hard your brow dropping? The thing is, Keller, nobody really watches this. We can say what we want.
Obviously, we won't do that YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much.
Yeah, IVG all over again. I'm not asking for them to brand it as Haribo. I'm just asking them to call it like something else.
Gummy bear.
If they can get it, no, not gummy bear, just G bear.
V bear,
Sweet bear,
V bear, Vinny's bear.
Some people do not want to see bear.
Yeah, Keller's got it on the head there. Yeah, the gelatin cheap candy flavor aftertaste is a turn off, and that's it. That's where it's wrong.
So we need the Haribo style flavoring without that horrible taste.
Yes.
That's something I can work on.
Oh God!
Just write that down.
Well, I want royalties and anything that sells well for you. Then.
Yes,
Sounds like a sex aid. That's why it's V-Bear.
The G bear sounds like a sex aid, does it?
And the V bear doesn't.
The V bear? Oh yeah, I suppose yeah. Yeah, try it in vanilla. A cream trace to soften it. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, a lot of Haribo have the white bits, which is potentially a cream anyway, isn't it?
You can tell Keller mixes their flavours.
Yeah. Right, what time are we at? Are we about done, fellas, do we reckon?
Oh, still got hours left to go. Hours.
I sat far too long staring at this screen yesterday.
From this angle, I can't hit the bin. I've missed 3 cans tonight.
Oh dear. And all them little dribbles and dregs will be dripping out. Josh will be getting the evil eye.
I shouldn't even noticed.
She has now.
I said that. She said, go, what? No. The V bear.
Oh Lord, no, Scott, that's just wrong.
If someone can get a Guinness flavour vape, then
no,
I don't know.
no. That would be wrong.
Is absolutely delicious, but as a vape, I can't really.
I can't drink it.
Well, that's you.
The only time I can drink a Guinness is after about 15 pints of something else.
Oh no, I can drink Guinness all night.
Guinness is technically the world's favourite stout, but it's pretty terrible in all fairness.
Yeah. It's not a good stout.
That's it. All right. And I will go with the old adage. Go and drink it in Ireland because it does taste better, and it does.
Definitely.
I mean, I've been to Ireland and I've drunk it in Ireland, and it does taste better. And I don't know if it's just this thing. It's like my brain says this should taste better while I'm here, but no, it really does. It's got something.
I prefer Beamish to Guinness. Beamish is much
Beamish,
nicer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like stouts. Stouts are my thing, really. I'm a bit of a stout, but I drink milk stouts and all sorts of stuff, So
yeah.
and they make any normal stout look like shit. So, yeah.
Which is fair enough. You'd hope it'd do that because of the processes and the care that's gone into them as well. It's a bit like comparing Dead Man's Hand to bathtub brews, isn't it? Really, I suppose. Anyway.
I know what you almost said there, didn't you? I know what you almost said. I know what you almost said, dude.
Very early. That was close.
Yeah, I get knocked down, but I get up again.
I'm watch out there.
Oh, sorry. Don't know where I was going with that. Anyway,
These two have finally lost it, guys.
I think Vinny got my reference.
Yes, I did. Yes, I definitely did.
Anyway, I think we should call it a night. Shall we say who we've got on next weekend?
Yes, we shall remind people once more.
Well, no, they don't know. The show hasn't gone live yet.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
put it. It's only gone live on YouTube. I need literally after this finish, I'm going to add it to all the Facebooks and put it live on Facebook. So,
What?
So they don't. They
Oh,
probably
I know
don't know
what
who's
it's
on
about.
next week.
Yes.
So anyway, guys, we've got we said we've got some great guests. We had Johnny last week, Rabbit this week. Next week, I'm not going to tell you how in 2 weeks' time. That is being kept secret until we'll announce that next Friday.
Yeah, next
After the
Friday.
show.
It's
So
a big name.
a big guest. I'm super psyched. But not that next week's guest is any smaller. He was on the show last week. He came in and I said, "Do you want to come on the show?"
And much
So-
to our pleasure, he said yes.
Yeah. So next Friday, guys, we've got Brent, we've got Mr. Bearded Viking Customs joining us all the way. I believe he's from Durban in South Africa, but he's from South Africa. Mr. Bearded Viking Customs coming. The ace of acrylic, as I think I've titled him in a little banner that I've put up.
That's an excellent tag. That
The
is.
ace of acrylic, man. I try to think weird, you know.
And
but,
he's also
I'm-
dabbling in reviews and he's friends with
like-
lots of the big boys. So
Guys, like seriously, go and check out Brent's page. Go and check out Bearded Viking Customs. One, the stuff he makes is incredible. Two, his little reviews and his little. He does the TTT. The
can't even remember what it stands
yeah,
for.
no, it's like the try it, taste it, talk Tuesday or whatever it is, and they're amazing. But yeah, we've got Brent from Bearded Viking Customs coming on next week. Mr. Bearded Viking Customs. I'm super psyched to have him on. Really psyched to have him on. I'm glad
It's
he's
An immense 2 weeks of guests coming
Yeah,
up.
and the week after that, huge guest, huge guest definitely, but super psyched. So join us next Friday. 8:00, because I can't actually believe we managed to pull some of these guests we're pulling right now. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised after we got fucking Clyzo from Purge, really.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
You know,
it's and we say that, but we've had like Ariel on the show from Immortal, but it's kind of weird because we just all know Ariel, so it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it's a big thing, but it's one of those. So super happy.
yeah, and I think we're just going to keep pulling in more and more. I don't quite know where I'm going to go from the next two, especially the second one. But I'll be going somewhere. But we might go back to a smaller one.
But yeah, we've got some ideas, we've got some plans, so stick with us,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to spend a Friday night with
Friends.
for one,
Yeah.
Vinny, Chris, and Rabbit. Always a pleasure to spend time with you, and two, everybody in chat.
Yeah, much love to all.
Always look
It's always
forward to
nice,
Friday
yeah.
night. So one of the highlights of my week.
Definitely.
The wife's looking at me, what? She's the highlight I get every morning when I wake up. So, yeah.
Jumbling. Digging deeper, Josh. You're going to get deeper in trouble.
But yeah, seriously, guys, tune in next week. It's going to be an amazing show. Talking to Brent from Bearded Viking. Can't actually wait for it. Going to be amazing. And I think on that note, I'm going to stop gushing a little bit and we'll say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone. Keep safe. Much love.
Goodbye.
Yes, good. Bye.
Ta-da.